Hi guys, this is the review for the Transformers Movie Advance toy line, Nemesis Prime. This is actually a exclusive figure in the Transformers Expo that was recently held in Tokyo. The paint job on this, just from the box, as you can see, it's absolutely amazing. When I first saw the images of this figure, I just wanted to get my hands on him ASAP, and he finally arrived today. So I'm glad he's here now. I can do a review of him for you guys. So just in terms of the box, basically the packaging is exactly the same as the Evasion Prime mold. The coloring is obviously different. You have the black and white theme and the gray theme to resemble Nemesis Prime's colors. On the side, same thing. In front of the box, I guess another thing, like, it does say Transformers Expo here to kind of dictate it as an exclusive figure, I guess. It does say Nemesis Prime. It doesn't say Evasion Prime or Evasion Optimus Prime in dark colors or whatever. It does rename this whole figure as a whole. You have the Movie Advance logo, the Transformers 4 logo, and at the back, basically the art of the toy is the same as the Evasion mode Optimus Prime, but they did rename the weapons and they did give him a new bio. So you have a new complete background on a new character. So pretty nice overall. I just can't wait to open this guy up and review him for you, but that's pretty much it for the box. Nothing too special, basically same packaging as the Hasbro one. So without further ado, I'm gonna open it up and see how good of a figure he is. Alright guys, so I have him open out of its packaging. So first thing I want to show you guys is he does come with instructions, but it's Evasion mode Optimus Prime's instruction, which doesn't really matter because they're basically the same figure, it's just repainted. But just find it pretty funny. They renamed the whole box and they didn't rename the instructions. So basically it does come with instructions. It does come with his blaster, repainted in teal colors. So it does fire the projectile. So it fires very well. I'm glad they repainted this in teal. It looks very well with the figure. Basically Nemesis Prime can hold it with either of his hands. You just peg it onto his fist. And then he has a blaster, so it works with either of his hands, and it also works, this groove here, it also works with the Dark of the Moon Megatron, Voyager Megatron figure if you have it. So very, very nice rifle. I'm going to put it on the side now and focus on the figure itself. So this figure, paint scheme detailing is absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to zoom in on the head first. I'm going to start with the head first. So the head is very well detailed and it basically resembles a Nemesis Prime figure. Very, very nice features. I like the fact that they kept the face mask on. They didn't take out the face mask. It just makes him look much cooler. So the face mask is a metallic silver paint. On the side is also metallic silver. Overall the head is black in color, and then you have the kind of clear translucent plastic on top here of the head. So that kind of gives you some light piping, and I have to say the light piping on the head works really well and it looks really cool. So I'm gonna get my flashlight out and show you guys. So here we go. It just looks absolutely awesome with light piping. So you guys can see how cool he looks with light piping. It works really well. In terms of other paint areas, you have the clear translucent red windows here, which also goes on to his arms right here. You have the teal painted flames on his shoulders, which look really cool. Around his chest area, you can see some teal paint around the windows. You have the swiper here. For the windows, it's kind of like a nice detailing. The smokestacks here, they're metallic silver or gray, I guess. The back piece here is metallic silver as well. Oh, let me just bring it back to focus, guys. The middle piece here, at first when I saw pictures of this figure, I thought this piece was metallic silver, but it's actually not. It's a flat gray color. There's a bit of metallic silver here on the headlights, I guess. In the, in his leg area here, it's actually a metallic teal paint, which is really nice in my opinion. You also have some metallics over here. Gray bits on the side. The wheels are kind of like in a dark blue turquoise color. Otherwise, the figure is basically black all around. You have some teal paint at the back, some metallic silver again, metallic gray, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And for the paint scheme in robot mode, absolutely beautiful in my opinion. So in terms of the figure articulation, same as the Evasion mode Prime. So the head, it's on a ball joint, but you can't really push it back a lot. You can kind of shift it right, left, up, down, I guess, in a bit. Shoulders, 360. Also on the shoulder bits here, you can rotate to 360 as well. I think most people kind of keep it here, and then they can kind of move the arms up and down. The fists, you can turn it, you can basically turn it 360, I think, but most people kind of prefer it moved this way, and then they can move the arm in whatever fashion they want. Shoulders, you can kind of, it's on a ratchet ball joint, so the ball joint movement is basically 360, and you can move it up and down via the ratchet joint. Waist, there is waist movement, and then basically the feet and the legs up and down, and then this is on a ball joint, so you can kind of swivel around. Feet's on a kind of like a up and down twist joint only. It's not on a ball joint, but you can kind of like shift the feet up here if you want. It's really up to you. But overall, great articulation on the figure. Oops. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the transformation of this figure and see how good of a mold he is. Alright, to transform Nemesis Prime is not too hard. It's basically the same way as you transform the Evasion mode Optimus Prime. So go ahead, I start with the legs first. Push the feet up, and then basically this whole leg piece will kind of turn, and then kind of turn all the way until the feet snaps into, it's flat to the leg, and then do the same thing for the other side. Just push it all the way up, and then once you have that, you will see 3 pegs that can peg into 3 holes. So just kind of peg them together. Make sure it's lined up properly. Makes the pegging easier. And just kind of peg it tightly. And basically you have the back of the truck done, and then all you do is you just lift this piece down. Basically you have the kind of like the truck form is already forming. And then what you do is you need to do the front of the truck. So go ahead and lift the chest piece out, just like so. And then when you flip this down, on the side here you'll see a metal piece. Just flip this up, like so, on both sides. And then basically lift this whole piece up, and this is basically the front grille of the truck. If you push the smokestacks in, you can see the front grille, and then just kind of angle this piece down here. Leave it here for now, you'll come back to it later. And then what I usually do is I put the arms straight like that. You see this part is going to be a bit tricky because there's a bit of a fiddling around that you need to do. Lift the middle chest piece or the middle stomach piece up. Angle the whole head upwards like so, and then kind of you can start flipping this piece down. So once you flip the arms down, you kind of got to play with the arm a bit. So you kind of have to angle this kind of up and then push it back in again, just like so, and then angle this so that the hand and the windows are kind of upwards. So do the same thing for the other side. Flip this piece down and then play around with the arm until you get it like so. And basically you can see like the front truck's trying to form. Before straightening this out, kind of leave some gap here so you can push this front grille piece up angle it in. Make sure the smokestacks are pushed in, or else it's really difficult to get them in after. And then you see basically 2 pegs on each side. They basically peg onto the side pieces here, so you kind of have to kind of wiggle it. Make sure it snaps in place, like so. And do the same for the other side, just like so. And then lastly, what you can do is basically push the whole head in. And you probably have to kind of wiggle this piece as well. Push the whole thing in, and then basically once you see this flatten out, you see this little peg here at the side of the arms. So basically when you push this piece down, it's supposed to go underneath this piece. So kind of just lift this gently, like so. And then close it up in front. Probably have to angle it in a way. And then basically you have the front of the truck done, and then at the very end, close the back, and then close this back piece, and you can lift the smokestacks up. Straighten everything out. Make sure everything's packed tightly, and basically you have Nemesis Prime in his truck mode. So guys, here you have Nemesis Prime in its truck mode. It's absolutely amazing, the paint scheme on this guy. You got metallic teal going all the way around. You got the 2 Decepticon logos on the truck. The front grille, basically it's metallic gray, and then you have metallic gray bumpers, metallic gray headlights. You have the red windows, which is great. Metallic side windows. You got the gray smokestack. Again, the turquoise kind of color wheels. Basically that's pretty much it. The rest of the truck mode is mostly black and gray, but great truck mode. The only complaint I have is right here. So the windows don't really line up properly on my figure. I tried many ways to kind of straighten it to make sure it lines up, but it doesn't really budge. It just kind of falls back down. But other than that, I still love this truck mode. I still really like it. The gun that it comes with, of course you can peg it on top if you want, but it kind of looks stupid, so I don't do it. You can also kind of peg it at the back with these 2 holes. You can peg it on the side if you want. It's really up to you. But I'm most likely going to leave the gun on the side if I plan to display him on as a truck. So overall, really nice truck mode. It rolls really well. So great truck mode. I'm going to go ahead and transform it back into robot mode now. So basically reverse of what we did before. I'm going to zoom out a bit so you guys can see. So go back to the smokestacks, flip it down, and then open at the back. So open just the back piece right here. So you'll see the head, the back of the head. Give it a light push with with the tip of your finger, and basically this piece will kind of push out, and then you can kind of like lift this whole piece up, and then you can go ahead and kind of push this, lift this arm piece away from the middle piece. And then basically what this does is you can lift the whole head piece upwards like so. And then now the next part's kind of hard, and then to me it's kind of like a risk of breaking your plastic, so be really careful in this piece. Basically you want to unpeg the sides here that's pegged into the middle grill piece. So just gently kind of lift this piece out like so. Do the same on the other side, just kind of gently do it. And then basically once this piece is detached, you can go ahead and lift this whole thing down. Just leave it here, you're going to come back to it. Again, go back to the side, you're going to flip the side pieces down, but before you do so, kind of play around. You're going to fiddle around with the arms kind of to make sure that you can kind of lift the whole arm piece up like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Play around with it. And then basically what you can do is flatten the head piece downwards first, close the middle, just like so. And then what you can do is go back to the front grille of the truck. Basically push the smokestacks down like so, and then lift this whole piece upwards, and then close it on top of, or close it around the head of Nemesis Prime. And then basically you'll see a peg on the side here. And basically this peg it doesn't peg in tightly, but it falls right into this hole. So when you close this, it kind of acts as a peg. The back peg here doesn't really have a hole that pegs into it, so the only thing that's really holding it is just this. So make sure it's in the hole, it's plugged in there. It's not a tight peg, so just make sure it's in there. And then what the other part is, close the chest piece here, and it'll basically keep it from falling apart. Go ahead, straighten the arms out like so. And then obviously the back little piece here, you can flip it down. The same on the other side. So you're almost done. Just lift the legs down, separate the pegs, straighten the wheels, and then move the whole feet piece down. Just like so. And then basically just straighten the figure. Make sure everything's done. And basically you have Nemesis Prime back in his robot mode. So guys, all in all, this is an absolutely amazing figure. I absolutely love the playability, posability, the paint details, the metallic paints, the coloring, everything I love about this figure. Just as a size comparison, here is Legend Scrapnel. So he's around twice the size of a Legends figure. And then another comparison I have for you guys is a deluxe figure, Generation Starscream. So a tad larger than a deluxe figure. And then just as a comparison to its original mold, here's Evasion Optimus Prime. So both really nice figure. I obviously like this one better because of the paint details and the coloring, but absolutely amazing figure. I would definitely recommend this figure to all of you. The price point for this figure is much more expensive. I paid around 4 to 5 times more than the price I paid for the Evasion mode Prime. So just watch out for that if you guys are getting this figure. If you guys have any further questions, put it down in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel. I have more reviews coming up. As a preview for you guys, the next review will be on this figure. The Nemesis Grimlock, the second Transformers Expo 2014 exclusive figure. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.